Anna was an orphan adopted by a kind couple, Kofi and Afi, after years of not having a baby of their own. To them, she was a gift, beautiful, innocent, and full of light. Their home blossomed with joy. Their hearts felt whole again. For a while, she was their everything. But everything changed the day Afi gave birth to her own daughter. Suddenly, Anna wasn't their blessing anymore. She was a burden, a reminder of a time they wanted to forget. The hug stopped, the warmth disappeared, and the girl who brought them back to life was slowly pushed aside like she never mattered. But how did Anna, the child who once saved a family, become the one they abandoned? And when love is tested by pride, betrayal, and blood ties, how far will it survive? This is not just a story of love, it's a test of loyalty, a journey through heartbreak, a painful tale of second chances and powerful revenge. So sit tight, because what happens next will break your heart, shock your soul, and make you ask, what really makes someone family? Once upon a time, in the rich and restless heart of Lagos, there lived a man named Kofi. He had everything a man could dream of: wealth, a respected name, a booming construction company, and a stunning mansion perched on the hills like royalty, watching over the land. He was married to Afi, a woman of radiant beauty and fierce intelligence. Their love, in the beginning, was something people talked about with envy. They were the kind of couple who held hands during church service, who finished each other's sentences at business dinners, who danced barefoot in the living room when no one was watching. But time, oh, time can change everything. And it did. Despite their riches and comfort, there was a hollow ache in their home, one they could never ignore, no matter how many perfumes Afi bought or how many deals Kofi signed. They had no child, and as the years stretched into decades, the absence became louder than any joy money could bring. At first, Afi was patient. "We're still young," she would say, brushing her long braids behind her ears. "Let's give it time." But by the seventh year of trying, her voice no longer carried hope. It carried accusation. "Maybe you're not a real man," she snapped one night after another silent dinner, tossing her fork onto the glass table so hard it clanged like a bell of doom. Kofi flinched, the insult slicing deep. He loved his wife, but each failed fertility test, each hospital visit, each whispered prayer that went unanswered, it wore him down. They tried everything: herbs, doctors, fasting, midnight prayers, pilgrimages. Nothing worked, and slowly love began to rot into resentment. Their mansion grew quiet. The laughter that once echoed through the halls died. The house became a museum of tension and expensive furniture. It was Kofi's mother who first brought up adoption. "There's a child out there who needs love," she said, gently stirring her pepper soup. "You two have so much love to give. Don't waste it." At first, Afi was against it. "She won't be my blood," she said coldly. But Kofi, exhausted and desperate for peace, convinced her. Eventually, she agreed. That's how Anna came into their lives. A small baby, just weeks old. Her mother had died giving birth in a remote village, and no relatives could be found. She was taken to a foster home where something strange happened. From the moment Anna entered that home, things started to bloom. A barren mango tree began to bear fruit. A nurse who hadn't laughed in years suddenly found herself giggling. Children who had chronic illnesses began to recover quickly. They said she was a blessing, a miracle child. So when Kofi and Afi brought Anna into their home, something shifted. It started subtly. Kofi's business expanded like wildfire. Contracts that had been pending for years suddenly got approved. Afi began to smile again, genuinely, not for show. And Anna, with her quiet gaze and wide eyes, seemed to light up the mansion like sunlight filtering through thick curtains. She never cried unnecessarily. She would hold onto Afi's fingers and giggle in the mornings, her laughter soft like wind chimes in spring. The couple poured love into her, especially Kofi. "Baba," Anna said one day, her very first word. Kofi cried like a child that night. They dressed her in fine silk dresses, enrolled her in the best preschools, and took family photos every month. It was perfect for a while. 3 years after Anna's adoption, something happened no one expected. Afi missed her period. She took a test, positive. She took another, positive. She didn't believe it until the doctor confirmed it. She was pregnant. Naturally. No IVF, no fertility treatments, just pregnant. Joy filled the house, but not for Anna. At first, Afi pretended nothing would change, but it did. She stopped tucking Anna into bed, stopped packing her lunch, stopped calling her my angel, and started saying, you. Everything went to the baby inside her belly, and the day she gave birth to a baby girl, Nana, the shift became permanent. Afi's heart belonged only to Nana now. Anna was still young, barely 7, but old enough to feel the change. Afi no longer looked at her the same way. Her smile had a coldness Anna couldn't understand. Don't touch the baby with your dirty hands, Afi said once. I washed them, Anna replied softly. Did I ask for a reply? Afi snapped. Even Kofi, though not unkind, became distant. He was too busy juggling his business and trying to keep Afi happy. Anna's toys were taken from her and given to Nana. She was made to bathe her, feed her, even change her. She wasn't a daughter anymore, she was a helper. A servant in the house where she was once a princess. But Anna, she didn't complain. She served with a pure heart, always hoping maybe, just maybe, they would love her again. By the time Anna turned 19, her quiet suffering had turned into quiet strength. She cooked, cleaned, did the grocery shopping, paid no school fees. She was withdrawn early from school to save money for Nana's education. And one day, without warning, Afi told her she would be getting married. To who? Anna asked, stunned. To a mechanic in the village. Good man, humble. That's the kind of person someone like you needs. Anna's heart sank. She wanted to scream, to cry, to beg Kofi to stop it. But he stayed silent. He simply looked away. And so Anna was married off to a poor mechanic named Kwame. Or so she thought. Because Kwame wasn't who he seemed at all. Kwame lived in a small house by the outskirts of the village. He fixed motorbikes and dusty trucks for villagers, always wearing old jeans and a stained white shirt. But what no one knew, what even Anna didn't know, was that Kwame was actually one of the wealthiest auto tech entrepreneurs in West Africa. Tired of being chased by women for his money, Kwame had decided to disappear, to live like an ordinary man and see if love could still find him. When he met Anna, humble, quiet, and still full of love despite all the betrayal, he knew she was the one. He didn't reveal his identity, not yet. He wanted her to love him, not his wealth. And Anna slowly did. While Anna and Kwame quietly built their life on love and trust, Nana, the biological daughter, grew up spoiled and reckless. She had never been told no, never been grounded, never denied anything. She fell into the wrong crowd, started partying, drinking, taking drugs. She dropped out of university in her second year and ran away with a man twice her age. When she returned months later, she was thinner. Her eyes were always red, her attitude sharper than knives. Then the news came. Nana and her boyfriend were arrested in a drug raid in Accra, charged with trafficking, facing real jail time. Kofi and Afi were devastated. Their world shattered. No one would help them. Everyone they once called friends now whispered behind their backs. And that's when they remembered Anna, the girl they cast aside, the one they abandoned. They heard she was doing well, that her husband owned a chain of garages across the country. One afternoon, Afi knocked on Anna's door. For the first time in years, she lowered herself to beg. Please, Anna, we need your help. Kofi stood behind her, too ashamed to speak. Anna looked at them, her adoptive parents, the ones who turned her into a maid, then a stranger. And now, they needed her. Kwame was away on business when Anna heard their request.
Happy Hi Bestie! If you enjoyed this story so far, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment where you are watching from. Enjoy!
They needed N5 million. Anna had it. But she stared at the transfer screen for a long time, her hands shaking. Memories flooded in. Nights she cried alone. Days she bled from beatings. Times she wondered if she was cursed. Yet, she still loved them. Somehow, she closed the app, walked into her kitchen, and made tea. When Afi asked if she would help, Anna simply said, I'll think about it. Later that night, her phone rang. It was a number she didn't recognize. Hello? She answered. A low voice replied, trembling. Anna, it's Nana. There was silence. Then, please help me. I'm scared. I messed up. I'm sorry. I never hated you. I was just stupid. Anna couldn't breathe. Her sister, the one who got everything, now, crying for help. Anna held the phone to her chest, her heart pounding like a drum in a storm. Nana, the girl who once snatched her toys and blamed her for broken vases, the one who called her the outsider behind closed doors, who never once shared anything except sneers and silence. And now, she was begging. Anna stared at the cracked ceiling of her kitchen, her tea untouched, growing cold. Why are you calling me? She whispered finally, bringing the phone back to her ear. Because I know I don't deserve it, but I know you. You're the only one who ever had a heart in that house. Nana's voice broke. Please, Anna, I'm sorry. I swear I'm sorry. Anna didn't speak. She didn't know whether to cry or scream. Nana continued, her voice shaky and filled with fear. They'll move me to the main prison if we don't pay by Friday. I'm not built for that place, Anna. Please, please save me. For the first time in her life, Anna heard something real in Nana's voice. Fear, regret, truth. But Anna's silence was heavy too. I need time, she said quietly. Nana was crying now. There's no time, Anna. Kwame returned that evening, dust from the village road still on his jacket. As always, he greeted Anna with a kiss on her forehead, holding her like she was made of light. She didn't speak much. He noticed immediately. What's wrong? He asked, placing his briefcase down. She handed him the phone. The missed calls, the voice recordings, the text from Nana. Kwame read everything. He didn't say a word for a long while. Then softly he asked, Do you want to help them? Anna looked away. I don't know. Do you still love them? No, she said quickly, but he knew the truth. Her heart was too big to fully hate anyone. He placed his hand on hers. Then do it, but not for them, for you. Friday came. Anna didn't sleep that night. She watched the sunrise bleed over the horizon as if the sky itself were crying with her. At 7 a.m., she opened her banking app. N5,000,000. She pressed transfer. It went through. She told no one, not even her parents. She left it anonymous. Nana was bailed, and Anna wept. Not from sadness, from relief, because she finally knew she was stronger than all the pain they gave her. 3 days later, Anna was planting flowers in the garden behind the house when she heard footsteps. Slow, unsure, she turned. Nana stood there, thin, pale, eyes sunken, but clean, sober. Hi, she said, voice barely audible. Anna didn't reply. I didn't know where else to go. Kwame appeared from inside the house, but Anna raised a hand. She's fine, she whispered. There was silence between the sisters. Then Anna pointed to the bench. Sit. The sun dipped behind the hills as they sat side by side. I used to be jealous of you, Nana said suddenly. Anna looked at her. Of me? Why? Because they loved you first. You didn't try, but they smiled more with you than with me. I saw it even as a kid. I hated you for it. Anna blinked. They forgot me. Because of me, Nana admitted, swallowing hard. I made sure they did. I lied, I manipulated, I twisted things. Tears welled in her eyes. I wanted to be the only one, but all I became was empty. Anna's throat tightened. Why are you telling me this now? Nana looked up at her. Because I want to start again, if you let me. Later that week, as peace slowly settled in their home again, Kwame sat Anna down. There's something I need to show you. He handed her a file. Confused, she opened it. Inside were photos, documents, business papers, international account statements. I'm not just a mechanic, he said gently. Anna's eyes widened. Wait, what? My real name is Kwame Boki Mensah, CEO of Kwabo Motors, worth billions. Anna dropped the file. I came to the village to escape gold diggers. I needed to find someone who could love me for me. Her head spun. I never planned to keep it forever. I just needed to be sure. And now? Anna whispered. He smiled. I'm ready to give you the world. A week later, Anna received an envelope from her old home. Not from Nana, this was from Afi.
Hi bestie, kunyafu hivi kumeshawa uruang. If you enjoyed the story so far, don't forget to like and subscribe for part 2. Comment where you are watching from and I will reply with my favorite emoji. Thank you.